It took me all day to work none of my tickets. What's up, everyone? I am Britt Johnson. This is the Professional Billing Channel where I help new and growing PB analysts understand Epic without the overwhelm. Let's get into it. It's Friday. I don't want to waste your time because I'm ready to relax. Holy moly. Okay, so, wow, oh, that's so good. Any beer lovers in here? Any Cincinnati people in here? So, one of my coworkers, sadly, her grandfather passed away, and this week was her on-call week. She had her bereavement and funeral yesterday and today. And I said, hey, I'll take on-call for you those days so you don't have to worry about it, whatever. Cool. Fine. So going about, my work, cleaning out our queue, making sure tickets are getting assigned. They're not just sitting there unassigned to nobody. So doing my thing today. I had one really high priority build that had to be done. This client was expecting build to be done today because we want to start testing next week. So, and it's for credit card integration, which I have experience doing for Bluefin, but this new vendor I don't have experience with, and everybody works differently, right? These vendors work differently. So it was taking me forever to figure out okay, so basically I'm doing the same thing as I did for Bluefin, but it's a little different because I got to do this instead of what I did there. And then I get an email from our testing person. There's another project going on that another coworker is working on, but she's out of office today. So I'm on call. So now it falls into my lap to take care of these testing concerns and issues that the client is seeing on their test claims. This client sent back, this must be a really big project. I'm not on it, so I really don't know too much about it, but this must be a really big project because there's multiple scripts for this thing. This client sent back 12 claims. Really 6. She said, I won't be so dramatic. She sent back 6 claims, and she said claim image 1, this is wrong. The group NPI is showing this, but it should be this. The group taxonomy is showing this, but it should be this. Oh, for claim number 5, the taxonomy for this billing provider or this service provider, whatever, is wrong. It should be this, but it's showing this. So it was a whole mess of stuff. It balled up into one email, and it was one of those things where okay, let me back up. I comprehend information way differently than others. Struggled with that. I still struggle with it, but when I was younger and in school, I didn't accept that that's just how my brain works. This is just who I am. I thought I was stupid. I thought something was wrong with me. I had a learning problem, whatever. So I was comprehending, I was seeing all this, and the way she sent it back was extremely overwhelming for me. So in my true Brittany process, I had to write everything out on paper. Okay, so she's saying for this claim scenario, these things are wrong. For this claim scenario, these things are wrong. So I'm, in my notebooks, in my OneNote, writing everything out in a visual way that my brain can comprehend. And because I am not on this project, there's stuff I don't know. With the project scope, what was the group MPI that she said claims should have? Was that mentioned? Was that provided to my counterpart who's working on this project? Because the NPI that she said was supposed to be showing on the claims was nowhere in that client's service area. So I'm I got a few questions. I'm not on this project, so there could be information that I'm missing, but I'm totally going to help you. I mean, it was more professional, but I'm totally going to help you with testing and getting your claims the way they should look. This NPI that you're saying should be on claims, I don't see this anywhere in your service area. Are there existing claims for your service area going out with this NPI, or is it new for these 2 new departments we're bringing on? Also, you'd say that this provider's taxonomy, their individual taxonomy is wrong, which we know for box 24J, which we know box 24J, write this down if you don't know, pulls from the provider specialty. So I'm looking at this provider, I pull up her specialty list, and I'm okay, so you're saying that they should have specialty A, but currently right now in the system in production, they've got B, C, and D. So like, what's up with that? Because usually when providers, in my experience, usually when providers are credentialed for, when they get hired, they're credentialed. This provider's been in the system, it looked like, for years. So I'm like, did they're like, what happened? Because usually once, their specialty is set, their specialty is set. So I was like, are they supposed to have this specialty? Are you sure? Like, do they have existing claims going out with this specialty? Help me understand. And the way I just said it made it sound so straightforward, but the way that the email was written, like, it was just overload of information. And I'm like, oh my God. So I've got all these claims that I have to fix. So first I've got to fix this information in the system. Okay. I've got to bring in facility structure because an address needed to be updated. PB in my organization does not handle that, facility structure does. So I had to wait for that change to go in. Then I had to figure out, like, I had to hunt, like, okay, she keeps mentioning this NPI, but this NPI is nowhere in the system. So is it missing from the scope? Like, did we not know about that? Or was there a disconnect? Like, what's going on? So I haven't been able to reproduce these claims for this client to make sure testing is approved or whatever. I'm still waiting on some information, but I realize that now that I say it out loud, it's like pretty straightforward. Like, okay, you just got to fix this and this. But I didn't know what I didn't know, right? So I had to do some hunting. I was looking through records. I was looking in CDFs and rerunning claims. And I was like, oh, for the taxonomy issue, like, I know I ran into this for them on the project that I had like last month. And here we go, like, just bringing up old notes. And it was a whole thing. So on top of that, then I'm doing this credit card integration and building that out. And then I have to write all of that out because, I don't know, I'm special. But I spent the majority of my day working on stuff that wasn't even mine. But that's what you get when you're on call. You're the go-to person. And then I had other analysts from other applications like, hey, can you take a look at ticket, blah, 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 blah. It says charging in it. So we think it's PB. And I'm like, well, just because it says charging does not mean it's PB. I've gotten that so many times, like, hey, this ticket has the word bill in the description. This is professional billing. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's ambulatory, actually. But so I had that. I had a couple tickets come at me for stuff like that. And I had to read the description, and like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, nah, like, this is not PB. This is ambulatory, or like, this is cadence. I don't know. Just because it has the word charging or bill does not mean it's a billing team issue. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. But the moral of this video is, sometimes, you got to pick up the slack for your coworkers because they could have family losses, which is horrible, or they had scheduled PTO off. And I'm going to say it, I'm going to sound corny, but teamwork makes the dream work. And today I had to step in. So luckily I got my payment integration build done, but the rest of my tickets that I had planned to work today, like, I had a whole list. I was like, Friday, we're working on these tickets. I didn't get to any of them because I was doing this claims testing for this one client. And, I'm literally just being pulled in. Hey, test this for us. We don't know what's going on. So, there's probably stuff that I was missing. I didn't find the scope in our system. So I was just kind of winging it. But we'll see what happens Monday. I think the girl my counterpart who was off today, I think she was just off on today. She'll be back next week, so maybe she'll be able to jump in and be like, oh, Brittany, we have this information, I forgot to add this, or I don't know, whatever. Things happen. I'm currently on like 7 projects right now, so I'm a little this week has been intense So sometimes we spend the majority of our day working on stuff, helping out our team, and we don't even get to touch one of our tickets, maybe one, if that. And that is just the analyst life. I just wanted to get on here and share that with you. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. But yeah, being on call is a lot. And the on-call schedule just got released, and bless me, I still haven't figured out the rotation. But I should know by now, like, when my week's coming up, but I don't. I'll go ahead and, whatever. That's just what it is. I'm not ashamed of that. I kind of am. But anyway, so the on-call calendar goes out to our team. Like we get like this email, whoever sets it up, and guess who's on call all next week? So my on-call duties are not over with until next Saturday. So I'm kind of like mentally preparing myself like, okay, you had these 7 tickets you really wanted to get to. You might not be able to get to them again next week because you're going to be on call and there's a lot of testing going on and you're on call and you got to clean out that queue and you got to answer questions and whatever else. So if anybody is experiencing that, has experienced that, I'm with you. You just, got to stay on top of it, write out your daily agendas, document everything, and take a deep breath because it's okay. It's going to be okay. That is all I had to say for you all. I hope you found value in this video. As always, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and if you have anybody in your life who could benefit from this channel, they're an Epic Analyst, send them my way, have them subscribe, have them turn on their notifications, and we can all be friends and hang out and talk about being an Epic Analyst and how awesome it is all day long. Okay, happy Friday, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.